guys, it's Jonah again, and I'm here to share with you the good news. I just passed my practice lesson at Rare Job, and so I decided to share with you some tips on how to pass your practice lesson in one take. Stay tuned. Here are some tips on how to pass Rare Jobs practice lesson. First, what is a practice lesson? The practice lesson is the final part of your application. This is where you will apply everything that you've learned from the video trainings. You will be given a lesson material to teach the coach who will pretend to be your student. This is the same with a demo lesson. Tip number 1. Familiarize with the lesson flow. First would be the greetings. Second would be the audio-video check. Next would be introduction. Fourth, and you must not forget this, confirm the lesson material. Fifth, conduct the lesson. Follow the instructions on the material. Sixth, make sure to ask the student if they have a question every after activity. Seventh, wrap up on the 23rd minute of the lesson. 8. Send and discuss your personalized feedback. Make sure to follow the feedback format. 9th, inform the student what his next lesson will be. Finally, thank the student and say goodbye. Tip number 2. Lesson environment. Make sure to have clear audio and video. Also conduct the lesson in a well-lit room with plain background. Tip number 3. Be professional. Maintain polite and professional attitude at all times. Avoid using slang words and expressions like, all right, okay, wow. Why did I say so? Because that was the feedback by my coach. I used those words, so avoid that. Tip number 4. Mirror student space. Avoid speaking too fast because our students are beginners. Tip number 5. Use simple words. Make sure to use simple and easy to understand words in giving definitions. Make sure to follow the correction format as well. For example, word and then simple definition. You can use dictionary.com to get simple and easy to understand definitions. Tip number 6. Correct main errors. Listen carefully to your student. Politely correct all main errors like mispronounced words and incorrect grammar. Tip number 7. Utilize the chat box in giving corrections. Type the correction on the chat box using the format. For pronunciation, type the correction on the chat box using the format. Word and then the definition. When typing corrections for grammar, use this format. You said, and then the correct sentence. Tip number 8. Use NCR. Notice, correct, and repeat. Make sure that the student recognizes the error, then provide brief and concise explanation. Then have the student repeat the correct sentence for memory retention. Tip number 9. Follow the 25-minute time allocation. Be mindful of the time. This is one of the criterias. It is better if you use a stopwatch or a timer. Just a tip, you don't need to ask all the items on the activities, but make sure not to skip the actual activity. So for example, there are 3 items that you are to ask. You can just ask one item if you feel that you're running out of time. Next would be wrap up on the 23rd minute to have ample time to discuss your feedback. Tip number 10. Follow the feedback format and discuss in an interactive manner. Follow the format that will be given by the coach. Discuss briefly the new words and grammar encountered. Make sure to commend the student and encourage to continue practicing and to keep up the good work. As a bonus tip, smile and treat it as an actual class. Smiling can ease your tension that can affect your performance. It will also send a friendly approach to the student. Treat the practice lesson like it is an actual class and focus more on teaching the student instead of passing the practice lesson. If you are already scheduled to have your practice lesson, believe in yourself. I know you can do it. Good luck!